Hi, welcome to TQ Talks, where we talk taxes and tax-free living 365. Here are your hosts, Craig White, Sebastian Singh, and Patrick Augustin.
And we're back with another episode of TQ Talks, baby.
Man, listen, we're so happy to be back. This is a continuous program for us, and we've had a hiatus, so we're just excited to get a lot of programs going. If you don't know,
We're actually working.
One of your hosts, Craig White, the guy that just talked about work, is Mr. Patrick Augustin. And we also have Sebastian Singh with us.
Thank you all for joining us. Please, you know I'm going to say it every time. Please like, follow, share, and comment on all our social media platforms, TQ Financial Services. And the name of our podcast is TQ Talks.
And if you haven't been with us before, our job is to help our clients to reduce the amount of taxes they owe or increase their refund by giving them 365 tax planning advice. We also use life insurance and other investment tools to help them to create wealth now as well as later on in life. And moving on to our wonderful topic for today.
AI.
The world of artificial intelligence.
Can't get away from it. It's been here for a very long time. It's finally hit the
mainstream.
Yeah, I want to say consumer market, or you just can't avoid it at this point, right?
ChatGPT.
So
Gemini.
exciting for most people, except the sectors that I think are going to lose jobs to it, right? So we saw those automatic, like when you go in Walmart and it's less cashiers because they got all the automatic self-checkout.
Funny thing is, they're bringing cashiers back.
They're bringing them back?
They're bringing them back because they're losing too much money.
Will the AI control that?
How?
You know they have these Amazon stores that you literally walk in and you walk out with your product.
Yeah.
You don't stop. You don't check in on your Amazon phone.
No. You gotta, if you walk in, you gotta scan something.
You don't scan anything.
You're here.
They know you. You walk in,
Face
you pick up this
recognition.
water.
So that's AI.
You pick up the water and you leave.
That's crazy. That's
Wild,
face recognition.
Yeah,
though.
that's pretty what it is. It's invasion of your privacy.
No, you chose to walk in. You are.
When was the last time you read that agreement
That's too much of a
to your Amazon Prime account?
Once you sign that document, you want Prime?
Right.
Okay, here's what you get with all that.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So with that, in every other sector, as well as our own, right? AI is coming to start being your tax preparers.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone in the U.S., you see they've been pushing it out. They have commercials, all sorts of stuff.
Like the IRS is actually using AI.
Right. So will the AI tax preparation take place of the humans like ourselves, the tax professionals, as well as the offices?
No. But I hear you what you're saying, but that's why I guess as a few years ago, we kind of agreed to we don't do tax preparation. We do tax planning as far as that's TQ.
A few years.
You know what I'm saying? A few years. So
beginning.
From the beginning, right?
If you're just looking for tax prep, TQ is not the place for you.
Right. And to speak to that, I'm sorry, but a lot of the people that just come for a 1, 2, 3 plug and play, we'll tell them.
We'll tell them, like, TurboTax.
Yeah,
like,
go to Turbo or any other free one, because honestly, it'll benefit you more. You have nothing to talk to us about. It's a 1, 2, 3.
I want your money first, and then I'll tell you TurboTax. I'm just kidding. So yeah.
Because we shoot ourselves in the foot a lot because we're not trying to take your money.
No, listen, I used to do that and I still push people away. But what I'll do is have a conversation and see where we do hashtag growth mindset for a reason.
Right. And
if you're W2 and that's all you got, but we're having a conversation, which I have with literal clients, they have transitioned from just W2, but I explained the tax portion, like the whole thing to them. And they, we didn't understand. We did TurboTax. We got the same number as you, but you explained everything. Here's your money. Cool.
Correct.
Next year, you guys don't have to use it. No. We need to understand what we're doing. Cool. Now they transition. They move to another state. Hold on, Pat. They moved to another state. Their professions shifted. The way they get paid shifted. Guess who's still there?
Yeah.
Right? So I'm agreeing. Yeah, we'll kick some people.
To a certain degree, yes. To a certain degree, yeah.
Our job is also to vet. Will you be a good fit for us, and are we a good fit for you? You know what I mean? But ultimately, the question is this still.
Yeah.
Where do you guys see AI in the tax industry, and will it affect not just us, right? Yes, and I agree. We're tax preparation. We also are heavy-handed in small business owners and corporation type of people, so it's a little bit different. But with that being said, how does it affect the everyday person or us, this kind of business anyway?
So I think it's not the same, but it's similar to the TurboTax or the other free tax prep situations. If you're a client that's looking to understand not only your money, but your taxes, how they're spent, how to limit the amount you give back to the government legally, of course, and then trying to grow, I don't think AI is for you. At least,
or a free version of a tax prep.
Right, exactly. At least the way it's rolling out, and
Yeah.
at least the super basic free situation. If you have questions about stuff, you need to talk to somebody.
Right.
If you're going to plan for the future,
Yeah.
which we're hoping every one of our listeners is, and they are of a growth mindset, AI, I don't think they're there
It's
yet.
not for them.
Because they can't. Maybe they can. I don't know. But they can't read your mind and your partner's mind,
Yeah.
whoever's in the household and different things like that, on where you want to go and what changes are to come.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried, especially for our clientele, because our clientele are a little more complicated than your
Than the
one
norm,
W-2 employee. So will it completely replace? I'm a vote no.
All right. So I read and I listened to I don't know what it was, something, but the gentleman was talking about AI in the use of tax. And one of the things he kept stressing was that AI is a learned product, right?
Yeah.
It has to observe, it has to understand what's going on. And when you're dealing with a tax code and tax provisions, the problem that it's having is that there's gray lines everywhere, right? So pretty much the majority of the book is gray.
Yeah.
So for it to try to differentiate or to know when to use or when not to use is very difficult for it.
Like I said earlier in another podcast, like every situation is different.
Right.
So you can't mimic one to the other.
Right. And with such an unlimited configuration, AI has zero, it just can't give
have
you
a
the right
base.
answer.
Yeah.
Right. It can't, because it's like, well, I don't know how to give you this answer. Because for AI, things are black and white, right?
Yeah.
It's grabbing
It's either this or
information.
that.
Right, and then it gives you the spit out.
Yeah.
Here's how we do this. But what it be, the only thing it will be able to do is if you use GPT, which is what everybody's comfortable using. But again, there's language AI, there's OCR, which we had
Gemini,
in our,
Meta, they have everything.
in our
now.
our mobile app. Remember the OCR
Yeah,
technology scanning? We had the predictive modeling. When you're using those things, ultimately, again, the only thing it's going to be able to do is spit out to you 100 different options, which is
Generic.
not, to your point, Sebastian, going to help the person,
Yeah.
because they're going to be like, well, that has nothing to do with anything, because I need you to guide me. And so there's where I feel pretty comfortable. Again, it's been around forever. Basti said in the beginning, 70 plus years we've had AI, right? So again, now that we know it in the consumer, what do you say, consumer form? I think you said it. It's fine.
It's in the household for sure.
Yeah, mainstream. That's the word
mainstream.
you use. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's mainstream now because we have it. But guys, it's been here. It's going to help the people that you guys spoke about in the beginning, where it's just, hey, I plug in and here, whatever.
Yeah, I have a W-2 and that's it.
That's it. Will it give advice? I think eventually it will. I think it's going to give you some, hey, you're not maximizing your 401k, because it could read that data. Hey, you don't have life insurance.
It'll give you advice if you teach it, meaning you give it a point of reference.
Right.
And then they'll learn your behavior in some sort, and then it'll spit out.
Well, because it's going to, so let's pretend it has 1 million tax returns that it
Yeah.
gets to review. It's going to start seeing similarities and differences in all of them. So then it starts to understand, oh, wow, this is what you do with 401k. This is what Part 12A, B, C, D means. This is what different states means. And at that point, I think it's going to say, oh, man, I know why you owed, because you underpaid in your taxes here, or you forgot the state, or it's California, so it counts different. Oh, you're in New York. Remember, the city rules are
you're in
there.
Chicago? Oh.
Right. So at that point, I think it's going to be able to process your tax return, spit out some things that you could do a little bit differently. You get what I'm saying? To help you improve your circumstance moving forward. Will it have the same capability of an individual? Absolutely not, because there goes the interaction.
Yeah.
What questions are you asking? And also, how comfortable is the human being talking to the computer? Because I might not want the computer to know all my stuff, right?
Well, in all reality, though, you only could get what you give. Like if you're not asking the proper questions or the correct questions, it's not gonna be able to help you.
Yeah.
I think with
Like
both
if
of
you,
those,
if you don't like if it's like when you Google anything, if you don't ask Google the
the
correct
specific
question, it's not gonna know what to give to you.
And
Go ahead.
I think to speak to both of those, like a lot of times you may not know the questions to ask, right? Or
Big
you
point.
may know the questions to ask, and we know who AI is going to report to. Right? They're going to report to the cloud.
Yeah.
The cloud is the IRS.
Which I agree.
So you may not want to ask specific questions
Right.
to that
Platform.
platform.
I'm
right?
agreeing. Yeah.
Because you don't want to preemptively get yourself in trouble. But speaking to somebody, one-on-one, somebody that knows your history and knows your plan for the future, they may be able to guide you in a more comfortable,
Engaging manner.
engaging and confidential manner.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
Than this would.
And that's why I said I wouldn't want to give it my crap, right? Because I don't feel comfortable sharing some of the things that I might be planning to do or not planning to do. And it's not legal or it's just, I don't want to tell you, like, because I know what's going to happen. And to your point, the gentleman, I don't know if he's a scientist or inventor, but he was saying that it struggles with unstructured data.
Right.
Right. Which is what you're saying, Patrick, is yo, listen, it's what you give it.
Yeah.
So if I have a whole bunch of jumble because my brain doesn't understand exactly what I'm supposed to get, which I don't, right? You don't, like you're human beings, then it's going to sit there and look like, for this industry, I think we're all in agreement, right? Because you guys both said the same thing. For us, at least, right? For the throw in a couple numbers and give them an answer situation, we're not worried about AI. Is it going to be used more often? 100%. Are we probably going to adapt it? Because I use it now, obviously, with social media, etc. Sure, right? Will we probably use it based on our what do you call those things? Our software, right? Yeah, I think it's going to end up changing as it does. Again, even the OCR, which sucked from before, but it's a lot better now.
Over time.
Yeah, so it's going to change things, but I don't think for us, again, it's going to make much of a difference, only because of the tax planning portion. And like Sebastian said, the confidential and relationship status that we have with our clients and the relationship we've built over years. You cannot do that on AI, at least currently. It just can't happen.
I think ourselves, just like everybody or any other professional tax preparation or tax planning, consultants, whatever you want to consider people that are putting together your taxes, because people do them at different levels. If they're willing to evolve like every other industry, then we will as well.
Yeah.
We're not too worried about it. There will be a place for a certain amount of consumers to utilize the AI, just like they do TurboTax or anything else. Mm-hmm. But for our clientele, I don't think we're worried at all.
Yeah, with us not being exact science, I think that's going to always be the deterrent, right? There's no way. It's just too many. It's too many moving.
And that's
parts.
with everything. Give us a call. Give us a call.
You already know.
Even if you're going to use it, you more than willing to always give us a call, and then we could guide you in any way.
And also, we charge $175 an hour for our consultation.
we charge something. That price might keep going up, like the price of living. But
oh boy,
it's called inflation, baby.
800-413-1456. Thank you guys for joining us today. We hope that this was a little bit. I got to stop saying that. Listen.
It is informative.
No. Brain told me.
The more you know.
It's informative.
Mr. Holder told me, stop saying, I hope.
Okay. Yeah. No, it is.
This is informative. It's going to give you some information and utilize it.
It's like what Channel 6 say, the more you know.
Listen,
the more you know. You plug in all your people, huh?
He loves, I tell you. He watches the news. I don't. Well, take us out. Thanks for joining us today. Baby. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to TQ Talks. If you enjoyed the show, please rate and recommend on iTunes, SoundCloud, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also get more information at tqfinancials.com.